Hey everybody, this is JP with InkSoft, and in this video I want to showcase a brand new feature called Request Payment. Now here I am in a typical InkSoft order, and I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to the payment card, which is really all the key information and key functionality as it relates to customer payments on an order. So here you can see a key status at the top right. So in this case it says not paid. Of course, if it's partially paid, that's what the status would reflect, or paid in full. Now notice here, I also show a remaining balance. So InkSoft is going to display a remaining balance. That's the amount that a customer owes you on a particular order. You'll see the total paid. So in the event that you've processed payments or there's been a deposit paid, you'll see a reflection of the total paid thus far. You also see payment due date. So if you're creating a proposal inside of InkSoft or an invoice, and maybe you're requesting a 50% deposit, and then you want the remaining balance due at a specific date, that would reflect here. Now you'll notice there's two main actions here, two buttons: request payment, which is the new functionality that I'm going to showcase. You also see add payment. So these are the two main actions for ensuring that you're going to get paid on orders. So the topmost option, which again is new, request payment, allows you to request payment from your customer. So if I go ahead and select request payment, I'm going to get a little dialog box here. You'll notice the to, meaning the email address in the to field, is already indicated as the customer for this particular order. But you'll optionally be able to CC or carbon copy in additional email addresses here. So let's say that you want to send request payment to not only the customer, but maybe they asked for their administrator or the committee member to be copied in. You can copy in multiple additional email addresses. Now, there's an additional optional field here, which is message. This is a great place to put in a personalized message to your customer. Maybe you're describing, hey, this is for the additional hooded sweatshirt that you requested that we add to your order. Maybe it's putting in some urgency and a call to action. Hey, we can't commit to a production date until your remaining balance is paid in full. Please remit payment today in order to ensure a guaranteed production date. This is actually a trend that we're seeing a lot of success amongst InkSoft customers. They're using a production date commitment as the real urgency driver. After all, your customers likely have an in-hands date. They need their decorated goods on a specific time schedule. So in order to hit that time schedule, you can leverage a commitment of a production date in order to again, be that urgency mechanism. So again, great area to personalize a message, build in some urgency, put in a call to action, try to accelerate getting paid to, again, support a healthy cash flow cycle. Now there's another option here, which is send email notification upon payment. So now if I select that, I can input an email address here. In this case, I'll put in contact@inksoft.com. So effectively, when the payment is made on behalf of my customer, when they process their payment online securely, I'll get an email confirmation to indicate that my customer has made payment on this remaining balance. So this is a great way to get an alert so I can take further action or the next action. Maybe that's now scheduling the job and scheduling production using InkSoft Jobs. So again, there's a bunch of options here. We're not enforcing any of these, but they can provide a little additional value in terms of notifying your team, calling your customer to action. Now, at the point I click send email, InkSoft will send an instantaneous email to your customer. Well, it will prompt them to click a button to make a secure payment online. And of course, that's the end state. Your customer can make a secure payment from any device, whether it be on a mobile device or a desktop computer. They can process payment and complete that process. And again, you'll get an email alert in the event that you chose to receive one. Now, when all these activities occur, they're automatically going to be positioned on the timeline. So every order, and really most of the InkSoft interfaces, have a timeline of activities. So you'll know exactly what the order of operations was, who did what time and what date. So it's a nice sort of log of all the moving parts that are taking place on this particular order, and that includes request payment. And you can see an example. I sent myself a request payment previously, and that's notated here on the timeline. Now, I'll point out for those of you that might be new to this interface, the difference between request payment and add payment. So request payment is where you're going to send, again, an email and prompt your client to enter in payment on their own, right? Whereas add payment, let's say your customer wants to call and they want to read their debit card or credit card over the phone. This is your ability to process payments securely right from the order itself. So again, I'm taking a hands-on approach in processing the order myself and processing the payment, whereas, hey, I don't have my client's billing information. I need to prompt them to enter that securely online. So again, that's the difference between the two main actions as it relates to collecting any remaining balance on an InkSoft order. Now, I'm going to invite you to visit the InkSoft blog. So if you go to inksoft.com/blog, we have a sticky blog post, so it's at the very top, and it's all about cash flow. This is something that we've been talking a lot about with InkSoft users, but also we've been kind of surveying the industry at large. And there is a really exciting movement where decorators are now changing their policies and procedures, and they're moving away from offering terms and deposits, and they're really moving towards getting paid in full up front, which is really exciting because, of course, that helps reduce accounts receivables, a lot of overhead, of course, the negative impacts to your cash flow. So make sure to check out that blog post because we actually give a lot of instructions on how to take advantage of some of the tools and features in InkSoft to help accelerate the cash flow cycle. And you can see request payment is an example of getting paid faster so you can move on in the sales process. Now, if you have any questions about how to take advantage of request payment, make sure to reach out to the InkSoft Success Squad.